And they win.
LeBron is back, and Stephen A. says they're going to win. Mike Breen, Doris Burke, and Cassidy Hubbard have all the action. Enjoy the game live tonight from Boston here on
Bill
ESPN.
Thank you, Green. There really is a special atmosphere tonight. Despite it being a November game, a sold-out TD Garden, LeBron James and the Lakers with their lone visit of the season. Just the fact that he's back in uniform and will be back in the lineup as this rivalry continues. And we welcome you to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash. So many great players throughout this great rivalry. But right now, Lakers and Celtics, two teams in search of victories. Injuries have been certainly a part of that, but they've both been up and down. Lakers think that'll certainly change as LeBron James will be in the starting lineup after missing the last 8 games with that abdominal strain. Everyone, along with Doris Burke, Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Cassidy Hubbard in just a couple of minutes. So just having him back in the lineup, it's great. It's great for the league. It's great for the Lakers. Maybe the Celtics not that happy. But what a difference, obviously, he will make, Doris. And you think about all the hand-wringing that's going on. They start the season as they're going to the NBA Finals to this team's got no shot at the Finals. You can't even possibly speculate on this team's potential without him in the lineup.
Yeah, I would think when a 17-time All-Star and 4-time MVP is out of the lineup, there's going to be some bumps in the road. And we're talking about one of the all-time greats, a man whose presence elevates everybody's play around him. Why? Because of the gravity, because of the attention he draws, and because we are talking about one of the greatest passers in the history of the game. His return is one of many that they need. They still don't have Ariza. There's other pieces and parts missing. The Lakers can't be judged quite yet, Mike.
Well, this is certainly a good start. With more on his return, let's check in with Cassidy. Hey, Cassidy.
Hey, Mike BB. I actually just asked LeBron how he's feeling. He nodded at me. He said, I'm good to go. He was hopeful the majority of this week that he would play, but he made his final decision in the pregame workouts where he put on a show for these fans here. He had a couple long-distance shots to cheers and then finished with a big dunk, walking off the court to a mix of cheers and boos. I asked LeBron what his abdominal strain has felt like, and he told me it's been like a piercing pain that he feels not just with sharp movements, but when he sneezes, coughs, or laughs even. So it's a matter of managing that pain, given how many sharp movements there are in the game of basketball. I did observe him grab his abdominal area a few times in his workout, though. But this is a fitting game for his return, as he told me he loves playing here in Boston, and it shows as he averages over 28 points a game versus the Celtics, the second most points in his career against a single opponent. And this will be his first game back at TD Garden since January, guys.
Well, they're 4-2 in the 6 games he's played, 4-6 in the 10 games he has not. Meanwhile, the Celtics' main star, Jason Tatum, he's played in every game, and once again showing why he's one of the best players in the game. But he's been a little less efficient this year than he's been in the past.
He is, Mike. In fact, he said, I've never missed this many shots in my career.
And this is our greatest delivery, brought to you by DoorDash.
But let's remember, he's 23 years old and already a 2-time All-Star, and with an offensive package that is very difficult to deal with. Look at the strides taken once he decides to pick up that dribble. One-on-one situations, in isolation. This guy is very skilled. He can get to his spots, whether it's a step-back 3 or whether he wants to get to his mid-range, which he has gone to a little bit more this season. And this we saw a season ago, right? The bulkier shoulders, the added strength, give him a little separation. Semi Ojeleye, that hand is nowhere close enough to contest Jason Tatum. The efficiency will come. Like the rest of his team, Mike, look at the field goal percentages, career lows. It's a consistent theme with the Celtics across the board. Well, part of the problem again, Jaylen Brown will miss his 7th straight game with the right hamstring. He's close to returning. But Lakers and Celtics brings back so many memories. We'll have a few for you when we return on NBA Courtside.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by DoorDash, the official on-demand delivery platform of the NBA.
To tell the NBA's history, the most logical place to begin is with these two franchises.
This is the NBA's marquee matchup.
The Lakers and the Celtics.
Let's go.
Much is made of the differences between them. The glitz and glamour of Hollywood, the grit and grind of the hub, alluding to the style of one.
Magic wanted more, dribble behind the back. Oh, what a play! Slam dunk!
Versus the substance of the other.
Now that's a field backer underneath the DJ.
Anything possible!
In actuality, neither team has ever forsaken one. over the other.
Skyhook from Kareem.
It is style and substance in equal measures that have elevated these franchises and their rivalry above all.
Back-to-back titles. Got champions in medic. Oh, and a pass behind his back to throw a long lead pass to Robert Williams.
The present-day Lakers and Celtics understand that history.
Take that!
And their aspirations are no less ambitious for tonight and for generations to come.
Lakers and Celtics, here we go again as we welcome you to an NBA Friday presented by State Farm. And LeBron James, after missing the last 8 games, back on the floor, back in the starting lineup. And speaking of those starting lineups, tonight they're delivered by Taco Bell. Both teams still missing some key players, although LeBron James returned terrific. Taylor Horton-Tucker recently returned. He's played well so far. Avery Bradley, the former Celtic, in the backcourt with Russell Westbrook. Dennis Schroeder and Grant Williams starting. No Jaylen Brown again, and no Robert Williams for the Boston Celtics. And a packed crowd. The lone visit of the season from the Lakers, part of their 5-game road trip. This is the second game of their road trip.